A lot of people wondering why did you wait so long to say something? Why are you just now coming out and worrying out about the paternity? It was, to my understanding, that the test that was performed on Zeus was an actual DNA test. It wasn't until people that are fans of the show and people that are supporters of the show pointed it out to me like, hey, this wasn't an actual paternity test. This was a entertainment purpose test.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she didn't actually take a real DNA test?
I don't believe they did.
Okay.
No.
I could see similarities with you and the baby, especially in the eyes, because your eyes are very distinct.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a shape to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, but I don't know. You guys have the same eye. It's a very distinct eye look. He doesn't have blue face eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now, Ronny, you are a very, very hot commodity out here in these streets. I don't know if you know. You've been, I don't know. It's your history with Chrisean Rock and this baby, Chrisean Jr. You've been very vocal about it lately, about the possibility of Junior possibly being yours. Okay. Now, listen, before we get into all of that, because I just want to do like a small introduction.
Yeah.
Just so everybody know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you have your social media, but you know, our platform is huge, you know what I'm saying? And so you are the ex of Chrisean Rock.
Correct.
You were with her for how many years?
About 5 years off and on.
5 years off?
Yeah, from 2017 to about 2022, right before she went up on the Blue Girls Club or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were the boyfriend before Blueface?
Correct.
You kind of favor Blueface a little bit. It's like y'all got...
You know, they say she got tight.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I can see it.
Yeah.
Like, so, okay. And how did you guys meet?
So I'm from Anne Arundel County, Maryland. So we was going to high school together. We went to Arundel High School. We was both seniors in high school. I knew of her in my junior year, but I didn't get to know her until my senior year. So we had, like homeroom, all that stuff. We had homeroom together. She was always like photogenic, model type vibe. So
she's real pretty.
Very pretty. And she was a track star in high school. So very social, very popular. But I say all that to say we had the same homeroom, started interacting with each other and took a liking to each other. And one thing led to another.
Okay, you asked her out?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like old school, like, or you passed her a note. Do you want to be how'd you do it?
See, I raised her up by taking her pictures. You feel me? She liked taking pictures, so I took her pictures very well to where as though I made her confident a little. I boosted her confidence a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So,
the angles. You got good angles and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we like your type now.
Yeah. Make sure you look good on camera. All that.
Okay. So y'all fell for each other.
Yeah.
Y'all started dating.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it got pretty serious. I mean, y'all high school, so...
so we were in high school, but it was very serious. We was young and dumb, but we were very intimate. I would say more intimate than your average high school couple, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she, you know her family and everything. Everybody.
Yeah.
You know Tasha K?
I know Latifah.
You know Latifah?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's,
but not
that's Tasiki. I know Latifah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I was, okay, you caught me off guard there for a second.
Yeah.
So her name's Latifah in real life,
yeah.
but people online call it Tasha K. Where the hell did she get that name from?
I don't know.
It sounds like some Asian anime shit. I don't know. I really thought that was her name.
Yeah. A lot of people do, but her name's Latifah.
Latifah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they went to school. Was she in the same school too, or she was just around because you were dating her sister?
So, I mean, we all from like the same area. Latifah's a few years older than us.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first met Latifah, she was more so like the chaperone of Chrisean. She was basically like Chrisean's mother, to my understanding at the time, her caregiver, the one that's helping her get to school, buying her clothes, supporting her, so on and so forth. So that's what I know Latifah as to Chrisean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you shocked to see how the dynamic is on the internet right now with Chrisean alleging that Latifah Taseki made her eat her pussy at 7 when she was like 10 or something?
I'm not going to speak specifically on their situation because I don't know, but I do know the Malone's family history isn't the most clean cut, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Okay. A lot of incest stuff going on like that.
Just a lot of stuff I wouldn't want my child around. Yeah.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of the child, because this baby is very, very controversial. Okay. And so you've been vocal, and I know you've been going kind of back and forth with this. First, she was like, the baby not mine, and you was like, the baby mine, and it's not mine, and it was trolling. Like, in your opinion, like right now, all jokes aside, do you feel that Chrisean Jr. is yours?
I feel that there is a possibility.
Oh.
Yeah.
So before she went with, because you said the last time y'all, I guess, were together as far as boyfriend and girlfriend, it was before she went on Blueface's show. As
far as like a relationship, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, relationship. So you're very specific with that.
Yeah.
And so now, so she's on Blueface's show. She's getting all this recognition. Was she coming, to Baltimore in between to see you? Yeah,
I mean, they even shot parts of their Crazy in Love show in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? So it's evident she was back and forth between Baltimore and LA,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many times has you been with Chrisean since you guys, I guess, broke up sexually?
I don't want to answer that.
You don't want to answer that? Why?
It's not very classy. It's very...
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys were intimately involved. Because obviously, if you're saying that the baby could be yours...
For sure. I mean, the last time... to answer your question, the reason why I think there's a possibility of me being the father is because around her conception dates, me and her were sleeping together. So...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of people wondering why did you wait so long to say something? Why are you just now coming out and worrying out about the paternity? It was, to my understanding, that the test that was performed on Zeus was an actual DNA test. It wasn't until people that are fans of the show and people that are supporters of the show pointed it out to me like, hey, this wasn't an actual paternity test. This was a entertainment purpose test.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she didn't actually take a real DNA test?
I don't believe they did.
Okay.
No.
I could see similarities with you and the baby, especially in the eyes, because your eyes are very distinct. And they have a shape to them. It's very, but I don't know. You guys have the same eye. It's a very distinct eye look. He doesn't have Blueface eyes. Yeah. And so are you, because lately you've been kind of demanding like, hey, I want a DNA test. Do you plan on petitioning the courts?
So I've already started the paperwork.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I actually went to the courthouse. Well, in the state of Maryland, where I'm from, you have to go to the child support office and fill out a child support application packet.
Okay.
And that's what I did. And I stated that I want to establish paternity through a court-ordered DNA test because that's the proper way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Not an entertainment purpose test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, damn, like I didn't know you had went that far, Ronny.
Yeah. So
that's very mature of you.
Yeah. I come off a certain way on the internet, but I'm a stand-up guy. I'm a pretty good dude.
Talking to you. You got good family, good, background. I can see you just kind of made some bad decisions, but who don't make bad decisions?
Right. You just gotta learn from them.
That's it. So have you spoken to Chrisean since?
So the last time I physically spoke with Chrisean was September 2nd, 2023, which was, I believe, the day of Junior being born.
Oh.
Yeah.
Junior
was born September 3rd, 2023. The last time I spoke with her was September 2nd, 2023.
The day before she went into labor.
Yeah.
And what was that conversation like?
Interesting, I should say, at the least.
Because her and Blue were really going through it.
Yeah.
She ended up having the baby.
Yeah, he
on
was
live
down
and-
Miami,
Mhm.
and I don't know what made her. I don't know.
Call you?
Yeah, it was just like very weird. Like
Yeah.
he was down Miami, she came to Baltimore. And
Yeah,
it
because he was with his baby mama in Miami.
Yeah, you know.
I remember that, yeah.
And it was like Chrisean's, I don't know. She's very intelligent and very manipulative at the same time. So it's like, I think she did all of this strategically because she knows that I'm not going to just let this slide. You get what I'm saying? Like, Chrisean knows that I'm not just going to let her not be accountable. I'm going to hold her accountable. It's no reason that we were sleeping together and I can't get a paternity test. You slept with me on Blue's birthday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people don't know. Blue told her to go get a. She went and got that. But you a woman. Are you fertile after a?
Yeah.
So guess who knocked her up after her? So why can't I get my DNA test?
So you telling me she had an abortion from Blue?
Yes. And got knocked up with, yeah. It doesn't make any other sense as to why you're avoiding an actual DNA test. Think about it.
This is a lot, Ronny.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, it's real.
So she was still bleeding.
I wouldn't say all that. I ain't see no blood.
Because after you have you bleeding for quite some time. It's not heavy in the days, but you are supposed to rest 6 weeks. So your bleeding can stop anywhere from between like 3.5 to 6 weeks. But because the womb and the you still open, you can catch another baby like that. So you didn't see no blood, but you did. But it was just recent after she had.
Correct. And that's the only reason that I want a paternity test. It's not like I'm an old bitter ex chasing after her because she blew up. Like, this girl done stole my music. This girl done took a lot from me, and I never asked her for nothing. I for her. I provided for her. I even, like, it's to the point that when I was in high school, my senior year, I had night school. So I wouldn't go to school until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. She, however, had day school still. I would go beyond myself and wake up, take her to school, you know what I'm saying? I'm only 18 years old. What am I doing taking another 18-year-old to school, let alone providing for you? So a lot of people wonder, like, why are you doing all of this online? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I've given so much to somebody, and all I want is a paternity test. I don't want your money. I don't want your clout. I don't want nothing that you got. I don't even want you. I want nothing to do with you. All I want to know is if I have a seed planted out here. Why? Because I was having intercourse with you around this time. It's not a reach at all.
Because you and your mom are pretty close. Did she think Chrisean Jr. looked like you?
So,
what'd she say about it?
My mother doesn't really speak on it because Chrisean has been a bad chapter in my life. So my family rather just not speak on it. However, there is some people in my family that thinks like, oh, she favors my grandmother or favor some traits of the family, but nobody's like, oh, I think that's your baby. Like, it's not that type of deal.
Okay. Let's start with you, Ronny, because there's a lot to get to know about you because like you've been through so much and you're only like what,
24.
24?
Mhm.
Damn. Baltimore, y'all grow up fast.
Very fast.
Very fucking fast. Let's start with you. Like, so born and raised in Baltimore.
Mhm.
Okay. Mom and dad in the picture?
Mom, no dad for real. Dad played a financial part, but not really a mental or physical or psychological part. You know what I'm saying? Being a father is more than providing finances. Being a father is making sacrifice, correcting when you see wrong being done, helping understand respect, etc. You know what I'm saying? So, my father, not really. Mom, yeah.
So who gave you that male figure that you looked up to? Like, there had to be somebody. Your uncles?
I got an Uncle D. One of my uncles. I got an Uncle D and an Uncle Maurice. They two good men that I look up to. Honorable men.
Okay. All right. So was your childhood pretty normal? A good student?
Yeah.
Good grades?
I played sports. I was always good in school, always on honor roll.
Okay.
Always popular, had all the shoes, played basketball, played football, handsome. So, you know how it go.
Okay.
I had a pretty good upbringing.
Okay. So no, like, because you know how most kids, unfortunately go through like some type of molestation or anything. You didn't?
No. So I didn't have the best childhood, but compared to some other people, I was very fortunate.
Okay.
And my mother made sacrifices to make sure me and my sisters were straight. So
How many siblings you got?
I got 3 sisters, but my mother has 2 daughters and I have another sister on my father's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, school and everything, 'cause you seem like you were raised okay. Like, and so then do you feel like during your senior year when you met Chrisean, like, and you started dating her, because I know you met her in like 10th or 11th grade, but when you started dating her is when your life started to take a turn for the worse?
I don't want to completely put it on her because I have a role in the decisions I make. However, her energy did bring very low vibrational things into my life.
That's very I agree.
Yeah.
It's bringing low vibrational things to the internet. It's like we just want her off the internet.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And when was your first red flag? Like, you guys are dating, you're kids, and you know how as kids we have that intuition of like when to perceive danger, when it's good. When was the first red flag for you when you were dating Chrisean?
So
Come up to the mic.
She probably still don't know I know this to this day.
You can come up, use your chair and come up. Okay.
So like I said, my senior year in high school, I had went to school at night, 5 p.m. So this is when I knew she was wicked. Not wicked, but just not for me. So one day I took her to school. I dropped her off. Next thing I know, I get a phone call. Somebody telling me like, bro, didn't you just drop your girl off at school? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Flip the camera, show me her and one of her old little boyfriends running around. So that was a red flag for me because I didn't have to wake up that early. I woke up to take you to school, which is in my eyes a sacrifice and a characteristic way of showing love. So you disregard that by chilling with your ex, whatever. It's not a problem, but for me, it was just like, I'm doing so much for you and you still doing so least for me.
Did you confront her about it?
No, it's not no point. She's a liar.
You ain't say shit to her, like, bitch, I just took you to school and you would've...
No.
What'd you do, ignore it?
I didn't ignore it. I just waited to play my cards accordingly. And what was I going to do at the time? Tifa put her out. Her mother put her out. If I would have put her out, that girl, I don't know what would have happened.
So y'all were living together?
Yeah. 18 years old, senior in high school, yes. In my grandmother's house, yes. Yes.
Okay. So you get up, take her to school, drop her off, and then she goes to chill.
With one of the old exes.
Was she hanging on him or she was just with him? Like, did you see them intimate?
They were intimate. They were very intimate, yeah.
And you didn't say shit?
No.
You just went to sleep like nothing happened?
I'm not going to say that, but I ain't let it bother me too much. I knew that I couldn't let that bring me out of my character no matter how bad it was hurting me, because I already knew it inside. It was just God's way of revealing the signs to me. Like, you know how you have a feeling in your gut?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying, that
you
intuition.
Ignore your gut?
Yeah. Okay. So you just let it pass?
Let it pass.
And so, were there any other signs after that? Or it was just at that moment?
So, I mean, over the time of our relationship, of us dealing with each other, I observed numerous signs, but I don't understand what you're asking me.
Okay. All right. Let's get off of that. So, like, because it came a time, because you say you sacrificed a lot, and you did 8 years in jail.
8 months.
8 months. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So there's a rumor out there. Everybody's saying 8 years. Where did 8 years come from?
People don't know what they talking about.
Oh, well, that part. Okay. Well, I apologize, Ronny.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So 8 months you did in jail for her. Okay. Over self-defense. But it ended up in someone losing their life. Okay. What happened that led up to that?
So we were moving out to LA. So
you were supposed to go to LA with her when she...
So in July 2019, me, Chrisean, and one of my buddies from my neighborhood, we were all moving out to LA.
Were you pursuing music as well? Okay. Is that where she gets the rock star themed music from?
I'm not really sure.
Because you said she stole your music.
Yeah, I mean, she has, but she probably stealing other people's stuff too, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so go back. So you're about to move to LA, and what happened?
So we about to move into a building downtown. And
Downtown LA?
Downtown LA.
Okay.
It was between like 20th and Adams, like right up the street from the Staples Center.
Okay.
You could walk there from there. So I believe we got caught up wrong place, wrong time. I believe we were in the middle of like a brothel.
A brothel?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I say that because of all of the things that my lawyer pointed out to me, all of the things that we seen through this situation, and the background of the individual who ultimately lost their life. It was a lot of signs pointing toward pimping and pandering. Like, Los Angeles is known for 304. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he was trying to scare us off, break her, and put her on a blade. That's what I think.
So you think they were trying to traffic Chrisean?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what happened? Like, it was a pimp. You had a...
So this, I don't want to be overwhelming, but I gotta be transparent.
Yeah.
This was a spiritual interaction for me. This was one of my first times seeing the devil, dealing with the devil, looking at the devil in his face. So the individual who lost their life, he came out of the building and he was like walking to his car. Chrisean's on the phone. So she like, I don't know how they attract to each other, but somehow they attract. And I'm gonna get to that later. So my boy Draco, he's like, bro, where your girl at? I'm like, around the corner somewhere. Like, let's walk to the corner. I'm pretty sure we'll see her. We walk to the corner. Chrisean standing with the individual. She likes to introduce God to people's life. So she tried to save this individual. She tried to say a prayer with him, which is her way of thinking somebody's going to be saved. This individual seen that as a weakness. So we are praying in a circle, and it's me, Chrisean, Draco, and the individual. As we all start praying, it was like I started having an out-of-body experience. I start yelling. I start screaming.
Like you were speaking in tongues or something?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow.
So Chrisean calms me down. Draco calmed me down. I get myself together. We come back to our prayer circle, and now the individual who's standing directly across from me, he's doing the same thing, except the tongues won't come out. It's like he's yelling, but no words is coming out, no sound. So it's like, I took that as the demon was trying to come up out of him, but he wouldn't let it go. And I'm going to get to why. So ultimately, as things roll on, we about to go into this building and take a shower. This building is set up like a college dorm. It's a shared shower and a shared bathroom. So me and Chrisean are in one shower, and my buddy Draco's in the next. The individual, he just started doing a bunch of erratic behavior, walking back and forth. And I was able to see this on surveillance when I looked at it with my lawyer. Walking back and forth, pacing back and forth. So he walks to his house and gets a water bottle. There's no label on it. It's just a clear bottle. But he's chugging. So he walks in the bathroom, then he comes out. He has his shirt lifted up above his belly, and he's rubbing his belly in like just a weird way. So my buddy finishes showering, and he tries to get him to come to his house.
We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base. Okay, and so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that.
Flawless skin requires focus, and when it comes to your skin, you have to be intentional. Your skin wasn't intended to have dark spots, breakouts, and be looking tired, and that's where Inez Elizabeth Beauty's Brighten Up Serum has your back. Or shall I say your face? It's the perfect way to slay those dark spots and promote a healthy glow. The results speak for themselves, and with this serum, you don't have to look like what you've been through, so check out InezElizabethBeauty.com to enhance your glow. Oh, by the way, when it comes to this product, I'm not only the creator, I'm also a customer. Inez Elizabeth Beauty. Amazing skin happens with intention.
So my buddy finishes showering, and he tries to get him to come to his house. My buddy says, gut told him, no, don't go. He stopped in his tracks. When he stopped, the dude didn't like that. He choked my man's out and put the knife on his neck. He had a little pocket knife. Choked him out in a good little L and put the blade on the back of his neck. So now my man's scared. So he at the point, he comes up to the door, banging on me and Chrisean's door now. So I'm like, what's going on? I open the door, Holy Spirit took over me at that point, because I couldn't even. So as I open the door, I see Draco choke with the knife to his neck. As I open the door, Geronimo lets him go. So now Draco comes into the shower with us. Chrisean in the back praying. I'm trying to tell Draco, bro, look, I'm sorry. I know you told me that you had a weird feeling, and I told you to disregard it, but we gonna do what we gotta do to get up out of here.
So he was in y'all room at this point?
No.
Or y'all was still in the shower area?
Draco came into the shower where me and Chrisean was. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm telling him, just reassuring him, like, look, bro, we gonna be good. Just trust me. So the plan was I was gonna go first, Draco was gonna go second, Rashawn was gonna go third. I'm gonna go first because I'm like, all right, if you're gonna hit somebody, hit me with the knife, cool. Ain't gonna get that deep. We downtown LA, skate to the nearest hospital, we good. So that was the plan. When I came out, I threw my clothes at him. He fighting my clothes. That bought me enough time to get to that staircase. That staircase was right next to like the showers, basically, the showers in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm so scared, I'm not even running. I'm jumping down flights of steps, jumping. So I ultimately get to my car. When I get to my car, I grab something, come back in the building. I'm trying to get into the building and it's a lot of commotion going on. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. So people were like, what's going on? What's going on? What's all of this noise? So I asked somebody to open the door because you have to have a key to get into the building. When I get the door open, all I see is Chrisean and Yo fighting over the knife. Like, she choking him and he choking her. And they fighting over the knife. I can't make this up. It's the real truth. It's how I'm here today to speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I look up and one thing led to another. And that was that for real.
He ain't hit him.
He gone.
Okay. So pretty much you, Chrisean, and Draco pretty much saw him just take his last breath in that building.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you were arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Until they figured out everything. So what did they ended up charging you with to get 8 months?
So I was charged with murder, but in the state of California, they got justifiable and self-defense. So due to the fact that this individual behavior was so erratic, I was able to justify my harm with self-defense.
Okay.
So I was acquitted of the murder, and the DA asked me to cop to possession of a firearm, which is a misdemeanor in the state of California, and possession of a high-capacity magazine, which is a felony in the state of California. So she asked me to plead to those. 16 months with half. I was already 4 months in the door. Do 4 more months, I go home. And so you hear 8 months from 25 to life, I was happy.
Yeah, I would take that shit too. Where do I sign?
Yeah.
But y'all go
like,
right now.
Come on with it.
Okay, cool. So, so you're in California. So Chrisean stays. Is that around the time where she met Blue?
No. So Chrisean didn't meet Blue until I came home. So I came home March 2020. I think Chrisean met Blue of August 2020.
And you and Chrisean were still dealing with each other even though you were locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because y'all were still in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how did you take it when she met Blue?
I wasn't too worried about it. I just took it as she trying to further her career, chasing her dream. I was honestly a little bit relieved at the time because I was just coming home. So I was trying to get my feet back up under me. So I definitely wasn't worried about nothing that she was doing.
So you didn't want to have to keep taking care of it?
Basically.
Okay. You said that like now with relief, like, yeah.
Yeah.
She was that draining?
Not only just that, but
come to the mic.
Very ungrateful.
Or bring the mic to you like that, and you can still chill like that. Yeah.
Very, very ungrateful. Like,
what do you mean?
Imagine pouring so much into something and not getting nothing back. That's what I mean.
So y'all acted as if like you were her husband, like you were married, you were taking care, or was she more like a child?
We were still young. I wouldn't get ahead of myself like that.
Well, was she still like a child though?
Yeah,
you felt like you had to protect her because she had nobody.
And also everybody that she had is abandoning her. Every environment she gets comfortable in, she's forced to get uncomfortable. Like, she doesn't get comfortable from somewhere for too long. Like, I always say that people around her are around for a good time, not a long time.
Just because of the history and where she comes from. What type of things did she tell you about her upbringing? Like, I just saw that her mom in Baltimore was being evicted.
Mhm.
You know, they sent me the video saying Chrisean needs to come help her mom and stuff. And to my understanding, she's been trying to help her mom, but her mom doesn't want help. Has it always been that way? Like her mom is always...
I'm not really going to speak on their mother because that's a sensitive subject, and Miss Charlotte deserves all the respect and all the love she can get. That lady's been through a lot, and it's not my place to speak on that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's change. What about the career that Chrisean has now? Well, what's left of it?
Mhm.
Because it was pretty big for a moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you proud of her? When she first like kicked off, you know, were you proud of her?
Honestly, yeah. Very proud of her. Was even proud of her when she altered my art and made it her own. I didn't get mad at her. I was proud of her. But she... I don't know. I'm proud of her, but I don't know. I don't know what I was ready.
Well, no, I know it's not. I mean, it's not you hating or anything, but like, you know, how do you feel? Do you feel like it's genuine? It was a genuine success? Like, were you? I don't know, because sometimes we could be a little, you know, like, damn, like, shit, that should have been us together.
I mean, never that. Like, I'm not bitter about her success. It's not none of that. I just wish that she ain't had to steal my work to... I ain't even gonna say that.
To pop off.
Not necessarily, because that's not why she popped off, but as far as on her music realm, like the music side of things, strictly music. I'm not talking about baddies and Zeus and all that. I'm talking about her music. That was all my stuff. All mine. Like, even the song Lonely that she did with Blue, that's my song. She took that from me. I got it in my phone right now.
How did that make you feel?
Devastating, heartbroken, angry, frustrated.
But you still continue to sleep with her. Why?
So, at the time, I wasn't aware of the type of person that she really was, if that makes sense. And also, I had a lot of love for her at the time. So, I was a little bit vulnerable due to the history of things, due to the nature of things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. It seems like she has that effect on a lot of people, because Blue kept taking her back. You know, she's fought Blue's mom. Has she ever tried to fight your mom?
Nah, she know better than to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, she ain't that stupid.
How has your mom felt? Like, how did she feel about you dating Chrisean?
My mom, I would say a lot of people around me from day one tried to warn me about her, but you know, when somebody is in love with somebody or just very infatuated with somebody, you have to let them learn on their own, because your experience and my experience could be two different things. So I wasn't really hearing nothing that nobody had to say about her at first, because I was trying to defend her and protect her. But then it came a point where as though I had to realize, like, if all of these people have your best interests, then what is it about this individual that's giving them red flags? And that's when I had to really eat some humble pie.
They kind of like, nigga, we told you so.
Yeah.
She'll left that bitch alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Carlissa reached out to me, asking me to reach out to you and your mom because, you know, she felt like you went to jail for Chrisean. Now her son is in trouble and he's about to come home, I heard, for Chrisean. And she just kind of wanted, I guess, you and your mother to speak out so that she wouldn't be looked at, I guess, as like someone who's hating on Chrisean or always just putting her down. Like if this is not the first time she's done this, she's not crazy. Now, Carlissa by no means to me is like the best mother, right? But I don't think she's crazy when she speaks about how toxic this woman is, although it takes a person to participate in that toxicity. Do you feel like Chrisean is a narcissist?
Yeah. I think Chrisean is very manipulative too. Very manipulative, very narcissistic, but very intelligent as well. And that's what a lot of people misunderstand about her. She's very intelligent. And that's where I feel like a lot of people misunderstand her because she appears so dumb. Yet she does a few things that are intelligent.
You said a few things.
Yeah.
What you mean few?
I'm not gonna speak on that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna speak on that.
Well, listen. So you're demanding right now. You are going through the course, and you are going to get a DNA test.
Right.
Now, are you aware of the health challenges that Chrisean Jr. possibly has?
Yeah. So I was around when he was born. It was to my understanding that he had a hernia at birth, and it was to my understanding that the doctor or whatever medical professionals at the time of his birth, they had stated that he would need medical treatment like surgery, steroid injections, etc., in order for him to start developing properly. And for me, on the outside looking in, I seen that baby when he was born, and I see him now. And I'm not judging him in no type of way.
We're not talking about the baby, we're talking about the mother.
Yeah, I just think that his health has not been addressed in the best manner.
Do you plan on, if the baby is yours, possibly taking custody and getting your son, your possible son, the health care that he needs?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm doing everything that I'm trying to do, just because I can't watch him be neglected and his health not be addressed, because he's a human at the end of the day. He's not an object. He's a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's been treated like an object, and he hasn't really had the unconditional love that he deserves since he's been on this earth. And
well, I do think if you get a paternity test and it comes out to be yours, I do think that there's a good chance maybe a court will give you the baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's sad because, a source of mine sent me, photos and things of the baby, and the baby's not talking, not gesturing, can't walk because of cleft toe, like one of the feet are like severely deformed. And she can have them break and create like a way for the baby to walk, because cleft toe can be fixed, but it's like, you got to do all these things. And I see her trying to pray it away instead of getting him the help that he needs, because faith without works is dead.
Exactly. And
so you can pray, but if you're not taking him to get the help that he needs, then what's the sense? Because I mean, you could clearly tell he's developmentally severely delayed, and it's not going to get any better. And when he turns 2 or 3, what is she going to tell everybody?
Exactly. And for me, it just hurts because it's like, I feel like she's definitely capable of addressing it. I just feel like she has so much going on that she's not really aware. So that's why I kind of been like trying to raise her awareness and hold her accountable through raising her awareness, because you don't necessarily know something's a problem until you unwire from your environment.
Yeah. So you feel like she's gonna raise Junior the same way she was raised, just pretty much unstable, uncared for, unkept, not nurtured?
I'm not going to say that, but I do think that she needs assistance in being a mother because she's never had a good example of a mother. So that's a little bit where I give her the benefit of the doubt, just because she never had a good example of one. However, right is right and wrong is wrong. So you got to hold ourselves accountable and raise ourselves to that bar. You can't say, oh, I'm not going to do it because I didn't have an example of it.
Let's talk about Latifah Teseki's character real quick, because she's getting slaughtered online.
Yeah.
And to me, the way Chrisean came at her in the latest, I guess, trailer of Baddies West, she said, yeah, remember when I was 7 and you made me eat your pussy? You could tell Tasha was like really, thrown off by that. But, it wasn't the first person that came forward and said Tasha made him do that. I believe it was China's son, if I'm not mistaken, because China lives in
Virginia, West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia. Yeah. That's Chrisean's older sister as well, too. And so, it just seems like when they were children, they were unmanaged and they were doing things that they didn't necessarily know were wrong. And so even if Tasha made Chrisean do that at 7, Tasha's only like 3 years older than Chrisean. That makes her 10. And it's like they were both kids. And if Chrisean's life was definitely, not the best and stable and didn't have. So those kids were mimicking what they seen. So in Tasha's defense, I would just say, it's terrible to have the world out there look at you like that. But like, I think she was a victim as well too.
I do too. I do too. I've never seen anyone speak on a traumatic incident while smirking. Have you?
That's just something that's traumatizing. Do you feel like Chrisean is trying to kill her sister Shine? Because Tasha has been out here glowing.
I think that Chrisean is intimidated by her sister's success just because Tifa is, I'm going to keep it 100. She's a natural born star. She can sing, she can dance, she can write. She doing her thing on reality, baddies, whatever. So she got a few different things working in her favor. And they've always, instead of them working together, they always viewed each other as each other's competition. And that's where I feel like they butt heads instead of.
And they look just alike.
Exactly. Like they look just alike.
Just alike.
It's confusing.
Yeah. So this ain't new what we're saying.
Not at all. It's been going on for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been going on for a while.
So you and Latifah have always gotten along?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard Latifah's a good mother. She takes care of her children.
Very good mother. Very good mother. She's
been in a relationship for many years. Yeah. With the same guy. And she raised Chrisean.
And PD.
Okay.
And that's their little brother.
So she's the most stable besides China.
Terrain stable, Sierra stable. To my understanding, Sierra, Terrain, Tifa are the most stable sisters for Chrisean out of their family.
Okay. Ronny, I see why Chrisean keep coming back to you. You foundational. You you know, you young, but you're a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's weird because I was trying to, like, like I could still see the kid in you, like the innocent kid in you,
Mm-hmm.
but then I could still see you're struggling between two worlds, like being a grown man or, am I allowed to cry? You feel like you want to cry sometimes?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but sometimes. Some days better than others.
I see it all over you. Like you're a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to leave you with this though. How can I put this? I can see and feel that you're struggling between two worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And the social media stuff can create what we feel is a reality, but it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you to, because God gave you a second chance for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if the baby is not yours, and even if the baby is yours, Ronny, you're a good person. You come from a good family. I've spoken to your mom, your auntie. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards. It's kind of like I don't even want you to find out if the baby is yours because I feel like it's going to take you down a path that, and since you already got like one charge, you may end up getting another because of the role that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to decipher those feelings and emotions and stuff. But like when I sit here and talk to you, like you're very intentional. You know what you're going to say. You know how to say it. And you know right from wrong. And, it's just, but I feel like good people like you just end up in bad situations. And I just don't want you to end up in another bad situation. Fuck around with this girl or any girl that's like her.
I would say this has been a big learning experience for me. It's taught me what is good for me and what I think. So I had to learn the difference between what's good to your eye and what's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just say that I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I'm not at a point where as though I want to even allow any of that energy back into my life. However, I can't live with myself knowing that I have a potential seed out here and there hasn't even been a actual paternity test done.
Okay. So your heart it won't let you sleep at night.
I can't. And I'm not.
Okay. Well, at least right now she's in custody. She can't leave Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
And that should make things easier. Especially if you've already petitioned the court. But just please, Ronny, please, just don't wound up nowhere else behind this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, you're pretty vocal on social media. You got one hell of a following. I hear you're starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So what's your channel going to be about?
So I'm still trying to figure that out.
The Life of Ronny?
Life of Ronny. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to figure it out as we go.
Well, send us the link. We'll post it below here. Okay?
Yeah.
And detail vlog what it's like going through the courts and trying to establish paternity and get your baby back.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah. Just don't cuss too much on it and don't put out no personal information and don't play no copyrighted music.
Mm-hmm.
And you should be fine. You'll make your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So But it was, I ain't gonna hold you too long because I know this interview, I've been trying to make this happen for a whole year and a half. Yeah. And you finally accepted. And so I'm glad that you came because, it did correct a lot of things because, there are a lot of misconceptions out there about you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you came here to clear them up because everybody's saying 8 years. Me and my whole team was like, yeah, 8 years. But we got that from the internet. We didn't get that from you.
Right.
So the fact that it was 8 months and it was, you basically having to, did you shoot the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, all right. But, and condolences to his family because I know they're gonna. You didn't want to have to take his life, did you?
No, I tried to run away from him before I took his life, which is why I was able to beat my case because I tried to get away from him before I defended myself.
Yeah.
It was just, I had to defend myself.
Did you see the family in court?
Mm-mm. I ain't seen none of his family in court. Wasn't nobody crying. Wasn't nobody in there.
Wow. So you honestly regret doing what you did?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Okay. Because it was either you or him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's me or somebody else,
it's definitely going to be them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Ronny, thank you so much for coming through. We're going to let you enjoy this sunshine down here. I know it's cold back in Baltimore right now.
For sure.
Everybody love when we bring them to Florida. They be like, I'm coming. I'm on the way. But come on. And I'm proud of you. And I'm looking forward to see, the developments and what's to come. And if Chrisean Jr. is yours, I wish you the best in, trying to get him the help that he needs. Somebody got to do it.
Yeah, somebody got to do it.
TashaK is some damn body, but... Yeah, but you're a good man. You're a good man, Ronny.
Yeah.
Your mama did good with you.
For sure. She did a great job. Shout out to my mama.
Oh, yeah, shout out to your mom. She'll wino too. Yes, I got you, girl.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Look at that camera and say, now you got to go for now.
See y'all.
Bye. Ronny Doe.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base, okay? And so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that.
Flawless skin requires focus, and when it comes to your skin, you have to be intentional. Your skin wasn't intended to have dark spots, breakouts, and be looking tired, and that's where Inez Elizabeth Beauty's Brighten Up Serum has your back. Or shall I say your face? It's the perfect way to slay those dark spots and promote a healthy glow. The results speak for themselves, and with this serum, you don't have to look like what you've been through, so check out InezElizabethBeauty.com to enhance your glow. Oh, by the way, when it comes to this product, I'm not only the creator, I'm also a customer. Inez Elizabeth Beauty. Amazing skin happens with intention.